Yo, so what's going on, mofos? My name is Pwnstar, and I'm here giving you guys my first impression kind of review, if you will. I mean, it's a little too early, on the beta of Medal of Honor Warfighter. Now, before this starts off, pay attention to the little screen cap that I have right here on your screen right now. In this gameplay, I'm playing as the Canadian JTF2 Spec Ops right now, and I'm using the MK18. For you guys that are curious, you can tell in the top left of the corner. On the right top corner, you can see the support actions for you, and in the bottom right corner, you can see what I have. As you can tell, you see the grenade selection, because there are a various amount of grenades in here. And it does, let me repeat, a lot of this does impact how you play, because it's no longer about how you want to customize your weapon, but you want to play the proper class and use everything you need to play the certain style that you feel like playing. So without further ado, dude, let's hop into what I think about this game. First things first, let's get right into appearance, because the first thing you notice is that booty. Now, what we have on this gun right now is it's naked, which is obviously, you know, a preference. You know, I tend to like that. I like the iron sights on this gun, and from what I've experienced so far out of using, you know, the 416, a lot of the other weapons and the assault rifles and some machine guns and everything that is out there to be able to use at an early level, I've been playing for the last 3 or 4 hours. From what I've experienced, this is one of the best guns. The next, I think the best so far is probably the 416, but this gun definitely does hold up to its weight. I do not feel like it needs iron sights. It kind of has that default standard, you know, sex appeal to it. It does not really need anything. I mean, if I was to ever upgrade this, I would probably put something like the Cobra on it. It does have your standard detachments that you're used to seeing from Battlefield 3, but a lot more customization available on this. You know, like muzzle and, you know, stock and everything. The customization on this game is far better than what I was actually expecting. To be honest, I was not anticipating them to bring in a much better customization and actually trump what Battlefield 3 has done. But they really have done so, and I think it's a great thing. Now, from what I've noticed so far, and the importance of fire teams is, I think it's just because it's the first day, nobody cares whatsoever. When you follow the fire team, you got your little guy that's, you know, got this little glow about him. I don't know. Maybe he's pregnant. You know how pregnant girls get when they're glowing. But you follow him around, and the first thing you have to train yourself to do is you definitely have to follow suit with your guys, because it gives you an advantage. You guys can feed off of each other, support each other. You know, there are all kinds of actions that you could do, like refilling, I think it's health, ammo, you can do everything with your support buddy. And I think it's a great thing. It promotes friendship. Well, it's just freaking awesome, right? And overall, my experience on this is great. I would give this game so far from the beta experience a 7 out of 10. Now, I think that's not being generous. I think that's being realistic, because the game feels great. The structure, the way I feel, the mobility seems pretty balanced. I like the flow of the game. I would prefer my sensitivity to be a little higher, but that's something that I can change myself. It does not feel clunky, which is a great feeling. Very few games, I think, feel great on console, and this is on Xbox 360. Very few games feel good on console. A couple I would compare this to would probably be like Halo and COD. Those games feel natural. I do not like the way the Battlefield feels on console. It just feels sluggish, clunky. When you add the, you know, crazy amount of recoil in the game, I just do not like long-range situations. But again, this is, you know, much easier to use. I find the hit detection's on point. Now, there is a decent amount of recoil on a lot of weapons. You have to find what weapons work for you, and you got to find which loadouts works for you. Because each one of the loadouts, each one of the classes, each one of the peoples, they each have their individual, you know, abilities. They have their own abilities. Like you could tell right there, you could tell right next to my radar down in the bottom right. There are different abilities for different classes. I mean, there's one class, get fucking humiliated, Mr. Guy. There are one class that, you know, you have the ballistic vests. I mean, there's so many different things, not ballistic vests, but the ballistic armor. And there are certain abilities for each class, so you got to know what you want to do, and you got to build it around the way you want to play. Obviously, you don't probably going to want to use the ballistic if you're defensive, you know what I mean? You're going to move a little slower. Yeah, you live a little longer, but that's probably what you want to put on, you know? You put on your armor when you want to charge in there, take an extra couple bullets, and be a big distraction, you know what I mean? So you got to build your class accordingly to how you want to play, which I think is great. So it's no longer just about how you want to build your weapon, but you got to customize what you want to do and what class you want to use. Now, from what I've experienced so far, this is probably my favorite class. But overall, this game did turn out exactly how I predicted it would be. I felt it would have the fast-paced, close quarters, you know, kill streak action that you expect from COD. You take the best things from COD, even though a lot of people hate Call of Duty. Some of their great ideas were kill streaks, which obviously was in the previous Medal of Honor as well. So it's something we've, you know, grown used to. And is great because you can also support your team in a way that, you know, generally in like Call of Duty, the kill streaks are generally selfish. People do not play to help the team for the most part, whereas that's not so much the case in this game. Spawn trapping is still somewhat of a feature. Now, we are only playing hotspot right now. I don't know how the other stuff is going to open up and how bad it is, but spawn trapping can still be kind of a problem. Near as bad as the other one, near as bad as Medal of Honor 2010, no way in hell. So far from what I've experienced, not really. And it's easier to get out of, too. It used to just be spawn, get, mortared or something like that. Not so much in this one. And one more thing that I have noticed on the same topic is it's a little bit harder to build up streaks now. I find myself getting to the second or third streak and usually dying. I mean, I think I've been up to like 4 or 5 by now. I think that's my record. But generally, I'll go through a game and only end up with anywhere between 2 and 4 streaks in a matter of 10 minutes, whereas I used to get that in, 3 minutes, minimum on Medal of Honor 2010. It's just one streak led to another. And it's not so much the case, it may be the game type, but that's not really what I'm dealing with in this game. So it's more about gun on gun. It's no longer about crazy spawn trapping or, overpowered streaks or anything like that. The game feels a little bit more balanced, and I'm glad they've taken away from it. Sniping is not crazy. It doesn't, from what I've seen so far, I've not seen any crazy things. I'm not falling through the map. The guns seem like the hit detection's pretty solid. No lag, even though it's, the first day out. I'm not finding anything to complain about. Do I think it's the best game in the world? No. Do I think it's a great game on release? Yes. I absolutely love the game. Would I recommend people purchasing it? Hell yeah. Seems like a great game, great first-person shooter for the end of the year. And obviously because it comes out before a few of the other ones makes it a great title to purchase. It'll hold you over if you're looking forward to like Black Ops or, Crisis next year, something like that. So my initial review is that this game is the happy balance between Call of Duty and Battlefield. It's got the feel, the gun, the customization, the objective presence that Battlefield has, but that quick, close quarters feel that Call of Duty has. So now that we're ending the rest of this, like I said, this is a great game, definitely a purchase in my book. I will be putting up a lot more videos. If you're new here, remember to subscribe. Remember to hit that like and favorite button. It helps the channel out a lot. It helps Medal of Honor out a lot. And I want you guys to stay tuned. And if you guys would like to see anything in specific, any certain, loadouts, or maybe a customization thing so I can teach you a little bit about what's going on in the game, I would love to create that for you. So leave a comment down below saying, hey, Pone, I would like to see a little bit of this with a side of gravy. And just tell me what you want to see. So, as of right now, like I said, the game is great. It is beta, and for it working this good is pretty good. I mean, if there were any major problems, I would be kind of worried because the game is full release 2 weeks out. And as it stands, this is a pretty successful title. I just wish it'll get the playtime that it does, and to do so, we need to support the other Medal of Honor Warfighter commentators. So, as it stands, guys, thanks for watching the video. Remember to leave a rating. Check down in the description below on Twitter. Follow me. Check it out. Find out what I'm streaming. I'll be streaming with you guys tonight and tomorrow, playing with you guys live. So if you want to get in some games with me, you guys are on the Xbox 360, or hey, you may just be on the PC and PS3 and you want to see what the game looks like, come hang out, come interact with me, guys. Peace out. Get it.